Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. There we go, our crossings are making a sound. So they do make a sound indeed. I was a little bit confused. So do our trains. I was a little bit confused to start with, whether it was the crossing making the bell sound or one of our trains, because we have a right mixture now, don't we? Today is project day. It's either going to turn out fantastic and exactly as I envisaged, or it's going to be a disaster. So we'll wait and see on that. It may take a little while for it to become exactly how I pictured, but we'll wait and see. We'll finish it today, and then we'll let Phoenix decide whether it's going to look good or not. Now, before we get going, we're at the crossing for a very good reason. It was asked in the comments, a few of you have asked. I don't know whether I specifically did an episode where we looked at these, but how do I make the trains blow their horns at the level crossings here? These boards, but they're a mod. They are in the description below. There's a mod collection. You can use them. Now, these ones that are modded trigger different horns on the train. I don't know whether all modded trains work, so you'll have to play around with that. Oh, here we go. They should do the default horn, but in the... which patch was it? The spring update. Trains can now have multiple horns. Long horns, short horns, station horns, I think. I think it's 3 and a default horn. But there you go. They're blowing their horn as they go through. I wonder if the back one will as well. Oh, you don't have a back one, do you? No, you've got a caboose. I guess the caboose could ring its bell or something if it wanted a horn, but then it would have to be an engine technically, so I don't know. But anyhow, if you go into waypoints, this is what they are. The default one for Transport Fever, isn't it the P? Yeah, there we go. That one, there it says it in the description. Lovely. Oh, we've got new stuff in Palmdale. We'll check on that. That's nice to see, isn't it? We've got food. But passing trains use their horns, and this little P here, I would imagine it's the Swiss horn, possibly. But that's what these do. But they do different horns on the train. This one just does the default one, which all trains modded, all locos and trains modded ones should have. So there you go. That's how you get your trains to blow their whistle wherever. Horns or whistle, whatever they've got. That's how they'll do it. That one does it as it's pulling away, and you can hear the bell over there. And you can hear the bell here too, just about. Oh, I do love these new trains, aren't they fantastic? Sounds amazing. There we go. Oh, Pear Marquette. It's Pear, not Pierre. Pear. Thank you in the comments, by the way. Yes, Pear. And Palmdale now accepts machines. Didn't you accept... you've obviously grown, haven't you? I think that's... oh, no, there we go. Full selection now. We've got machines and food. But yes, anyway, enough of that. That's how you get your trains to whistle. And today, as I promised, we're going to start with the rest of this Phoenix build. So what am I doing? No one guessed correctly, although it's, what is it? It's Saturday morning at the moment, so the video's been up for a good day and a bit now. I couldn't see any correct answers. What I want to do is get the city roads, but the one-way ones, and we're going to have like a main, I know it's not really in the centre of town, but we're going to have, we could possibly use that one. Let's try that one. We're going to have a sort of main road going down the side here. This should all be flat, hopefully. And I want to get it as close to the track as possible. And this is my attempt at street running. You can't technically do it, certainly without mods. But we can at least have a go, can't we? I think it'll look alright. It'll look the part. If I can get it lined up nicely. I've gone with one way. We could go with that. Obviously, it would need to be a little further out. It would certainly be a busy road. Do you know? Should we do it? Should we just go full on and see if they take advantage of the giant roads? would be nice to get it as close as possible to the track. Obviously that's too close, but I do want to get it so that the curb on the road is right next to the ballast. It's not the easiest. This is where grid functions or snapping to the side of the track would be lovely. I mean, that's pretty close though, isn't it? And rather nice. Is that a bit close for street running? No, I don't think so. Not in the great scheme of things. There are mods that would make this a lot easier. Is that the right way round to do this? We want to be running that way, don't we? Right, so there we have it. That's my idea. It looks kind of nice, doesn't it? With mods, you can get this sort of concrete colour and go over, so all you can see is the rails of the track. Thinking about the launch on console, this can all be done, or should be able to be done on the console. I'd probably advise plugging in a mouse and a keyboard though, because I can't imagine how that's going to work with a controller. Obviously they've got to account for controllers. The only thing I'm concerned about is how do we get across in the end. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about. I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, you see it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get across and create a crossing. Unless you just have... No, it's going to be... That's the bit that's going to be an issue. But we might be able to get away with it somehow. I don't know how. We may have to drift off. Let's continue building this off. I'm hoping we can get our tracks. Just flip that around. I'm hoping we can get our tracks to work. This can be two-way. We'll connect into here. The project is to see if we can get it looking kind of nice. This outside road's going to be kind of stuck for the moment. Alright, let's get some tracks in. It would be nice eventually if it had... Oh, yeah, I should have probably done that afterwards, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's get rid of that. We'll continue down the track here. We'll keep it straight. And then we've got to figure out what we're doing. No catenary. To get access to the other side of the road. I think we can probably get away with it. I just thought it'd be something different. Yeah, no, this one's on a slight wonk, isn't it? Typical. I don't know whether we can do it from that way and go in. There we go. A little bit cheaty. I'm just going to do it with the two-way track in the two-way road and then put this in afterwards. There we go. Oop, I didn't mean to switch that around. But I think for a cab ride, once they've put buildings down here, it should look kind of nice and a little bit different. I'm just hoping we can find a way to connect them at the end. I've had this idea for a long time, but I've never actually gone through with it. And I knew it was going to be how to get across the road would be the issue. That's the one thing I'm just not sure how we're going to achieve. If we get a two-way road and we draw it across from, say, there, obviously that works. I'd like some more room over here. Let's spend some more money on our terrain. Brush size, oh, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, does it? And we'll flatten this out around here as well. There we go. That way we've got plenty of room. Then we don't have to worry about lumpy bits of track and stuff. That could be a maximum, can't it? There we go. Get you down there. Want enough room for them to build and for there to be another street down the side. Whether they'll go out this way, I'm not entirely sure. They are going to have a official episode. Well, yeah, they are going to have an official episode. They are going to have access to that road that's right over by the beginning of the junction there. Eventually. Oh, this is satisfying. I love doing this. It's like one of the best tools in the game. Right, where are we? We've got to head all the way out to this point. It's quite far, isn't it? This is quite a nice bypass. If we can make this work, it'll be lovely. See, we've got a little bit of bump there. And the question is, how do we connect the road into it? Oh, well, I mean, it's not pretty. It's not the prettiest, but it would serve a purpose. The other thing is, could we have the gap? If we go something like that, I know it leaves an awful ridge there, but we could fill in the rest. That would, yeah, that would be an option, wouldn't it? And that means we could definitely go across and get rid of that one. And we draw out from here then. The first point where you can draw out and go as flat and as straight as possible. I know it's a bit of a ramp there. I feel like they are kind of like that. Probably not that aggressive. Now this drifts down though, I've noticed, which we don't want. Let's see if we can get this nice and flat. I want you to be super flat, please. Yeah, there's some ridges and stuff over there, isn't there? Right, nice and flat. We'll go from here up to there. Yeah, I never thought about the actual crossing itself. If we get you as close as possible and flat. Oh, that's better, isn't it? There we go. Okay. I've got high hopes. We're going to get rid of this. We're going with that so that we can cross. It's not ideal, but I'm hoping it will solve our issues and still not look too bad with a little bit of paint. Now, you do head down. I'm just hoping you don't look too terrible. We definitely want our gates on there, don't we? I mean, proper street running. These are supposed to be actually running down the road, not like this. So if we do it like that, and then we paint, I mean, would ballast work? We could have ballast, I guess. We could also go with, where's our paint? You won't find paint in there, Grand. We could have the same sort of asphalt that we've got for the road, perhaps, if it's something like that. It doesn't look great. What does ballast look like instead? It's a little tidier, maybe. Yeah, I'm holding shift to draw over the edges of everything. Yeah, that's probably a little tidier, isn't it? Yeah, it'll need smoothing out at the last minute, but that's what we'll do to tidy it up. I think I'm happy with that. See, with the building blocks, you could fill this in with more path. I tell you what, it's not terrible, is it? At all. I've got high hopes again, guys. I'm hoping they don't try and build in there, because that would be awful. Right, where's the first snap point? Just there. To give us a fairly parallel section running down the side. And then what we'll do is we'll make it... Oh, it's a bit wonky. Right, let's get some more ballast down here then. That's if you don't hold shift, it looks like that. But then if you hold shift, you can take out the bits of dirt and stuff and smooth it off a little bit. It all depends how it connects, I guess, up this end. Is that what's happening there? Well, this road might not be straight as well. There is that. We'll draw it again just to doubly make sure. Right, you get right close. Is that smoother? Yeah, I think we're on a bit of a... Oh, no, there we go. Just needed to be down a little bit further. I've got it, guys. We've got it. I love that this one's nice and smooth. That one's not bad. It's better than it was before. That one's perfect. Oh, there we go. So there's my project, guys. We got it in the end. And if we keep that one going straight and out, and we do the same with this one, keep it snapping and straight. At some point when you're drawing, it snaps to a straight, perfectly straight line. You go up there. Then if we do the same, find the first snap point, and then find the first snap point up there. And we go up and we do the same up that end. Oh, it's beautiful. I think that's about as straight as we get in it. That's about as straight as we get in it. And then we'll turn it into a little one-way system. And we could probably extend it further now. Oh, it's lovely. Here we go, Phoenix. You get something new. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination for street running. I definitely like the idea of it. Would I normally run my trains through a city? Not ideal. But I think, taking into consideration performance and actually limiting city growth by having it less desirable for residents, you'll get more out of your map. It'll cap what the city growth is, and I think that's good. That's a good thing. Now, if we smooth this off like that, it should look rather nice, I'm hoping. There we go. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad, is it? Oh, I like that. Yeah, there we go. When we send our trains down here, there are fence mods. I'm going to talk about mods for those using on the PC, because it's not out on the console yet, but eventually it will be. If we use the fence mod and the building blocks mod, you'd obviously be able to make that look rather spectacular. And what am I doing? What is that? Ooh, train assets. Well, there we go. Cisco 904 has put some assets for us, so we can have some locos on the map in the sidings. And I believe these are switch runners, so they're designed to be like hauling stuff around, a bit like a shunter. And meaning you run with the front is the cab end, not the nose. So I've got them the wrong way round, although we're using them for mainline stuff. Because why not? We purchased them. We do what we want with them. Right, we're going to send this out then. We're just going to have a long old street running down here with crossings. I'm not going to have the crossings spaced equally, although... Oh dear. Now I have, haven't I? Good job on that. Brilliant. That's awkward, because that means we'll have to do it further down. When we're completely finished with this, I'll do the one-way system. But for now, we want to do that straight as possible, don't we? Is that about right? It's hard to tell until you get it in there. What would be plaster straight? That looks all right, doesn't it? Let's try that there. Get it as close as possible. And does it... Ooh, no, we've done it wrong again. Or I've done it wrong again. Come on. Just a little bit across. There. Is that close enough? Ooh. Oh, it's wonky, guys. That's the only problem. I think it's these, the way these sit. Yeah, they're not sat perfect, are they? Perfectly straight into the road. It's a little bit tricky to pull off. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'm not going to dwell on it, I don't think. Right, can you... I'm a little concerned that it will crash. Oh, do you know what? Take it, Grand. It's close enough, isn't it? I know it drifts out a little bit, but that'll do. I know, because I don't want to spend the whole episode doing this, obviously. We've got to get other stuff done and try and get this hooked up as well. So we'll do this for a bit. Now we know what it's going to look like, roughly. How's that one? Are you straighter? Oh, you're coming in the other way. That's interesting, yeah. You're out that way. Maybe we've just gone a little too close to it. It still looks perfect, doesn't it? The actual crossing. I think that's what the issue is, isn't it? We haven't gone quite far enough out. And it's a lot easier to do on that side. So if we do it from something like there, perhaps. That gives us a little bit more, doesn't it? This should be... Yeah. Is that about the same gap either side? I think it can go even further, can't it? That was wonky as anything. You go there and connect into there. How's that look? Oh, do you know what? Just take it. Just take it. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, that's a little bit straighter anyway, and we're a little bit further out as well. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get it lined up when you go just a touch further out. There we go. Are we straight enough, aren't we? There we go. Look at that. Avenue with a train running down the middle. We'll get all this painted up, and then we'll leave it there for now on this side, not the episode. Got a bit more to do today. But we can allow them to build, can't we? We do want to give them a bit more room over this side, though. I know it's all flat and stuff, but for a project like this, I would imagine they would do some earth moving. I'm hoping to get... Oh, not like that. I'm hoping to get them building out here, which will require us to start delivering goodies over to Phoenix, which is going to be lovely, because since they've got the big freight yard, I mean, they deserve some freight, don't they? And then we can expand this if it starts to look the business, because we're a little bit far away from the town now, or the city. Well, it's more of a town, isn't it, currently? But it will be within city territory eventually. I'm hoping we get some nice big houses down there. Right, so the one-way system, let's get that sorted. Ooh, well, I'll tell you what we need to do first. Get some more terrain out there. Nope, not official episode. Unofficial episode it. Let's get some more room, because we want our houses down there as well, don't we? So how far out are we going to have to go? About similar to that, aren't we? If we just take this out, say, that far, and try and get them lined up all along here. To the big cut into the side of the mountain there is fantastic. I don't mind that, though. It's going to give them like a nice cliff face down here. We might be able to do some painting with that. Take some of the trees off and give them like an edge. Yeah, there we go. Now we need to bring them a normal road. Oh, what is it about that? Is that close enough? Is that close enough? Oh, it's all sorts of wonky grand. What are you doing, man? It's fine. If we send that all the way down like that. Is there enough room for them to build there? I think there's about that, isn't there? Probably could do with a bit more. Oh, I guess I could do the same with this, couldn't I? I could just draw it in one go. I'll experiment with that. That might be a better idea. I do want them to have plenty of room down here, though. Is the plan. Alright, that's nice and straight. Gives them plenty of room. I mean, it does look a bit skewed with. Well, no, what's up with that? It's fine. Just leave it. Right, let's get rid of the trees. We'll get rid of the sticky out bits there. We go. I don't know what they're actually going to do with this. It'll be fun to see, though, won't it? Assets. We want the tree deleting tool. Get rid of all these. There we go. Yeah, we don't really want them down there either. Get rid of the rocks. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's amusing. Oh, I think that's where the roads were. There we go. Nice rock face down there. Gotcha. That's better. That's better. Right, and then we need our flattening tool again, just to get rid of whatever that was. We'll give that a little bit more of a cliff edge to it. Back to assets. Delete that bit. There we go. Project done. We'll see how that looks. I'm hoping it looks the business when it's done. How do these pieces of grass keep returning? It's sneaky. Look at them all. Every time you terraform, I think it does that. There we go. Have we got any more stray pieces of grass? No. Might as well do that. So now what we can do is draw the rest of it. Once I feel like this is too close now. Possibly. Yeah, oh, that's awkward. Yeah, we've got more room over here, but I don't think they need much room. This would just have back to back, wouldn't it? And these might have a few down. This might be too much on that side. Yeah, we might be better off doing it from there, perhaps. There looks better. And then we'll get rid of all that on that side. It's not absolutely spot on, but it looks a bit tidier. Right, our other track is up here. Currently, we just drift in like that, which is, I would guess, fine. This is two-way here, but we are merging, so we would limit, wouldn't we, how much we do as far as junction work goes. So we're going in at that angle. I love it. And then we need this to branch off 50, because that's what our freight is running at. And probably we'll always keep it nice and slow at 50. We're not all about making ridiculous amounts of profit. We will make profit regardless. Okay. Right, guys, we're connected into the main line. We take that off there. That's pleasant. And we might need to tidy that up a little bit. And if we get our terrain tools. just tidy that up there. A little bit of... Well, that's too high. That height, I think, would be better. And then smooth that off a touch. Now that looks like he's got a hat on now. I don't like that. Why you got a hat on? Don't put a hat on. Get that flattened out. I think that looks better. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you're going in there. I like you. I like you a lot, in fact. And this is going to be where our freight trains come rumbling through. It could end up being an industrial area, but these are residential, I think. The ones that have more trees. Let's see. Are you residential? You are. I don't mind, though. We'll limit their town growth on purpose so that we can get a little bit more performance out the map. Oh, yeah, we'll do our other paint. Where's our dirt? That's dirt. Just down the side there. I tell you what, guys, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I guess we could do the same down here. Just the bits where we can see through the city. I don't know what train we're bringing through here yet. I mean, technically, we can split the trains up that we have going up to Athens. The freight loop up there. But that makes me happy. That's nice. Terrain, let's get some official episode to stamp that. Official episode of approval. There we go. I mean, the road's all wonky and bumpy. It's not by any means perfect, but it will look better once we've got some houses on here, which I'm hoping they will do. We'll have to ensure they do that by giving them some public transport out this way and access to the station over there. I mean, you could potentially have one of these as a station. It would be very snug. That might be a bit of a mission, but it might be doable. In fact, I think it possibly could be doable. Wouldn't that be nice? Right. This will work in a couple of ways. We're going to have to change how this works. It's going to be a bypass track, and it's going to be access to this side of the station so that you can actually cross back. It allows you to sort of come into here without going past the station there, that junction, drop stuff off without flipping, and instead turn around and head back out, should we want to do that with our mainline Eastern Corridor trains. I mean, I would like that straight, but I'm trying to miss this junction without moving it. Oh, is it beautiful? Did I manage to pull that off somehow? Just. Oh, that's snug. Very snug, but it works. I like it. Right then. This is going to head off that way then. There we go. Yeah, that's the bypass track, isn't it? Now. So you could have something going from Palmdale, go round here. We don't have the rights to build any more bridges. That's just a rule we've made up to make it more interesting. It should give us more to think about, and we're going to have to be a little bit more creative, aren't we? Okay, so I'd like to connect this road up without worrying about roads and stuff. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're a main road, are you? To whom are you connected? Oh, yeah, probably up there. Well, you'll get your main road back. And now we know that it's a main road. But you're going to be within the confines of our network. Okay, because this would be a nice curve, and we could even have a curvy section for our street running, our fake street running. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to flatten this out. It's going to be potentially part of Phoenix. They could build out here. I don't know. They could build more industries out here too. We could also toy with the idea of adding a city that would act in a way as a suburb of Phoenix, which is something I like to do when I'm designing maps. Rather than have just cities, you have suburbs and have a single mega city where we just cluster a bunch of cities together in one area and see how big it can really get. They'd all need room to grow, but they'd then be limited by surrounding air quote time cities, but they're actually suburbs of a single city. The map would be the city, the full map, which is a single city. I mean, it would be a fun little project, wouldn't it? Well, that's kind of pleasant, isn't it? Right, get rid of those trees at the side of the track. Some of these boulders as well. Get rid of all that. This is all earmarked for construction. So no, you don't get any of that up there. Beautiful. Guys, right, now we need to work on this. I don't like the way you're doing that, considering you're going to be the main road out of here. So what we could do, that can go, because we're going to... We don't need it perfect there. Yeah, I kind of like that, and that can be a curvy road. Will you curve round? That's better. Yeah, something different for that one. That doesn't really make me that pleased. As pleased as I thought it would. We could have a staggered junction there. I don't like it. I guess we could just drift off that way. Yeah, as long as we draw across here. I know, we're destroying Phoenix, but eventually they're going to regrow. That's the plan anyway. That's fine. Grid-like works, doesn't it, for the US? Absolutely fine. Don't do that. I saw the water there. I'm not keen on this, Phoenix. You've started going up too far, and that's not how our terrain goes these days. That would be better. Yeah, there's a nice long straight road for you. That would be a straight road too. Up something like that. But what I might do... Yeah, actually, keep that. This looks like a good candidate for a main road running down the middle. Obviously, we've destroyed a lot of Phoenix there. But it would work, I think, later on for our station access. So we've got our main road there. It's all bumpy. Don't mind that, actually. Yeah, that looks fine. We need connecting roads here. We might even turn that into a smaller road, perhaps. Connecting road into there. Oh, yes, I did promise to one-wayify this, didn't I? Let's do that, because I will forget. And that's going that way, isn't it? Yeah, that way. And this one's going the opposite way. So there we go. We've got our one-way system. It's pretty much spot on, isn't it? Terraform this. A bit of city planning today. That wasn't quite the plan. Although, yeah, well, no, it was, wasn't it? We've done this. That's my idea. We're hoping that they're going to grow out here. We're going to monitor this, and we're going to start building on Phoenix. It's a bit small now. Well, it's a little bit smaller, isn't it, after my shenanigans? What I'm hoping is they start to build up. I do like this idea. Yeah, I do like that idea. I'm going to continue that for you if it works. It does. There we go. You might even be able to have something like that. That's interesting. Yeah, there we go. That's different. I mean, it's a bit bumpy, but I'll take it. Well, actually, will I? No, we could... Well, that one was fine, Grant. Didn't have to do anything with that one. This one could be, like, nice and flat, couldn't it? Yeah, there's no need to go up and down. And then we'll get that. And we'll flatten it down around here. There we go. I don't mind it being a little bumpy, but that was unnecessary, really, if you're planning on building outside the front of the station. Right, this is the road that's heading up and over, which is perfect because it's the main road through town. Oh, we're not going to see much trains today, but we'll make up for that in the next episode, because we're going to start thinking about Phoenix's city growth. Right, now we're going to shrink down, I guess. Go nice and straight to start with, and then we're going to drift off and connect into here, and hopefully it's flat, otherwise it's going to make a mess of our track. Right, yeah, something like that should do. And then you go up there. That's okay. Yeah, we just need to change these to country. Country. Gotcha. There we go. There's the road out of town. I think they've stopped complaining. They have indeed. This is looking the business now. Oh, Phoenix, you've changed today. Yeah, I would call that successful today. That is a big change for Phoenix. You're looking beautiful. This road now has a purpose and a connection into wherever we want to take it later on. I would like you straight, I think, and flat. There we go. That's nicer. Yeah. There we go. We're connected. And this could run down the side, couldn't it? It could be either access road or whatever. Do want that curvy though. Take it round the side of the trees there. No, align with the terrain. That'll be fine. That's beautiful. There we go. This is turning out nice, isn't it? Yeah. So our other one's going to cross here and scoot in up here. Well, actually, it could cross up there, couldn't it? We could have a monster junction going on there. Yeah, into this platform. Configure this. This is going to head out all the way like so. We might even stagger it a little bit that way. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it just yet. But we could have a monstrous junction going on. There, that's perfect. Platforms freight. There we go, guys. I've added the other platforms. It should be able to go in here. That's my plan. It's going to be one monster crossing, isn't it? But can we? Oh, it's lovely. Look at that. Yeah, and this one, this is the one that is going to go, I'm hoping. Oh, no, not too much curve. I don't... Oh, there we go. No, we got it. This one's going to curve round. It's going to be slow, obviously, but that's the plan. Are you going to be... Oh, there we go. Guys, look at that. We can turn round and it'll be chugging along quite nicely. I would have liked you to be part of that. Although that could be dedicated for the turnaround, couldn't it? Possibly. If we run that along the side and we drift that in up there. I know it's slow, but that's the plan. Then you get... ooh, yeah, that's not quite how I'd like it. Oh, that's awful. What's happened there? I might need to delete that back and have another go at that. That was terrible, wasn't it? That would explain some of it. Is that better? Yeah, I don't know what you did there. That was awful. Now, you go over there. I guess we could remove one of the crossing. Well, not remove it, but make it not as terrible. Well, we want you straight into there, I think. Oh, no, it's done it. Look at that. You're beautiful. In fact, for such a big crossing, I'm going to give you a gate, but we'll have that one. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely. How did I manage that? I don't know. I'll absolutely take it, because that's monstrous. Okay, we're starting to yard up quite well, aren't we? This might work then. Possibly, if we took the road out and redrew it. It might class it all as one junction, if I can work it. Maybe. Right, let's, I'll tell you what, we'll put a little bit of finishing touches, and then we'll go and get on board. A train somewhere. There we go. There we go. It's all one area now. We need a little bit of ballast and then we're done. Just to tidy that section up a little bit. I mean, that's not pretty anyway, I've just noticed. We may need to redraw some of this. It could be just a case of taking these two platforms out because they're monstrously long anyway. Yeah, this one's ballast up here, is it? Oh no, it's actually gravel. There'll be that one, wouldn't it? There we go. Nice. I mean, it's not overly nice terrain wise, but everything else is fine. Guys, we're done. We're done. Things are taking shape. We need some crossovers here. Currently, they're not working as intended. That would be like that, and it can be slow because this is awfully slow just there. Now that is good. That is good. Which means we need a signal just here. 2 routes. One way. But I think we're good now, aren't we? Yes. This is actually just going to be a single signal, isn't it? Because there's only one actual route we can run. Do it up there. One way. Right, guys, let's go and find us a train. to ride on, and then we'll work on this over the course of the series. I love it. In fact, I'm over the moon. Official episode finished just there because it was awful. Alright guys, a big build in Phoenix today with mega Phoenix plans. We've got plans for Phoenix growth. That's what we've got. And I guess we should start thinking about their first deliveries and getting them growing as fast as possible, which, in order to aid that, we can afford with our bank balance to get some passengers running there. I think Phoenix is going to run a mainline service all the way up to Athens, which is maybe an excuse to get the Hiawatha on, if it's still available. Time, date-wise, is moving fairly slow, so I think we'll still have time to get Hiawatha on before it vanishes. But they do have an end date, don't they, where they're no longer available. But yeah, guys, I love that one today because it turned out roughly how I was seeing it. Would have preferred to be closer to the track, given I was trying to do a fake street running thing. But the way it sits, yeah, no, that's good. I like it. I like it. It'll hopefully look the part once we've got some buildings up in Phoenix, but they're not going to grow out there if we're not delivering anything to them and we're not seeing to their passenger needs. A couple of alcos there, dragging some, that's stone, isn't it? Yeah, that's a stone train. A little set that's got a car horn, obviously. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.